Hi guys, welcome back to the garage. It is a little breezy, if you can hear my chimes out here. So it's a little breezy in the garage, but I got off work early. Today is Friday, the 26th of January. Can you guys believe we're almost at the end of the month? How does this happen? How? Right? Okay. So, this is my last video for Ethany's hashtag 31 Days of Tarot. And this is going to be days 27 to 31. I don't know about you guys, but I have had so much fun with this tag and watching everybody's videos, and I've learned so many new things, and I've subscribed to a bunch of new channels, and I have just enjoyed this thoroughly. So, with that said, here we go. Day 27. Share your first professional reading experience, either as a reader or a seeker. Okay, so my first tarot card experience was as, I guess I was maybe 14 or 15. I've mentioned it in my other videos, but I grew up in Western New York, New York State, about 30 miles south of Buffalo. And a few miles east of that is a town in New York called Lilydale, and it is touted, or was touted, as the spiritualist capital of the world. So if you're interested on that, I will link you to the book that tells all about Lilydale and the spiritualists and psychics and mediums that live in Lilydale. And so that was where I went to have my very first tarot reading. And it was a wonderful experience. I don't remember what the reading was that long ago, but I remember that it was just very, very cool. And when you went through the gates of Lilydale, because it's a gated community, so when you went through the gates, there was a definite energy shift that you could feel. And I think from that point on is where I understood where my witchy roots were starting to grow from that point on. Because I got a reading, and then my mother got a reading from someone else, and her mother got a reading from someone else. I don't think it was tarot, I think it was mediumship. But I remember that day and thinking that was very interesting, how she could manipulate those cards and know those things about me. So it was a great day, and I think it was really the thing that really started me on the witchy path. So that was my initial introduction to tarot. My very first ever reading, and then I had readings after that. So day 28. Share one celebrity that you would refuse to read for no matter how much they paid you, and why. Okay. The first person I would, there are lots of celebrities, like most people I think are going to say that I would definitely not read for, but there is one in particular that I definitely would not read for, and that would be Charlie Sheen. He's a fabulous actor, but he's crazy. He's downright flippin' nuts. I couldn't take his money. Couldn't do it. Absolutely couldn't do it. So that's it. Charlie Sheen. Alrighty. Day 29. So day 29 is, what are your beliefs around the mechanics of a reading? How do you think it works? Is it your subconscious, higher self, spirit? I have my notes down here. So, okay. What are my beliefs around the mechanics of a reading? Oh, boy. I think part of it is connecting to my higher self. Connecting to, okay, last night last night I went to my very first. I discovered that San Diego actually has a cartomancy meetup group, and they just restarted the group a couple of months ago when I found out about it. And last night was my first attendance. And the guy who runs it had said that when you connect with the tarot, it's apparently been proven that you actually connect with a different part of your brain. So that makes perfect sense, using the cards and the images, and you've learned the meanings. A lot of us have additional gifts. Our intuition is higher, or we have psychic gifts, or where we know things or something. Our spirit guides tell us things. So I think the thing that goes into the reading, the mechanics of it, is all of those things. It's spirit guides, it's higher self, it's your brain being able to connect a different portion of your brain that's not used for anything else, tapping into that extra piece of brain tissue. And I think all of that is what makes a reading. So, day 30. What is the most culturally inclusive deck you own? Truthfully, I don't think I have one. I sat and I thought about this for quite some time. And all my decks, I think, are pretty standard, white, pretty people. And I think it might be, in thinking about it, I thought to myself, why have I not purchased any other kinds of decks? Because there are other culturally inclusive decks that I like, but I haven't bought them. And I'm like, why have I not bought this? And to me, it's always that, being a white female kind of thing, that this is not a deck I should use. It's like full of African American people, or full of Aboriginal people, or Native American people. And that's not a deck that I, as a white woman, should be using. Now, I understand this is probably ingrained in me, and I'm working to get over these things. But see, I don't look at cultural diversity. I look at people. People are people. I've never been someone to look at the color of somebody's skin or their shape or anything. If you're nice to me, I'm going to be nice to you. And this whole cultural diversity thing is making me feel very funny about the way I conduct myself, because now I'm questioning. Are they going to think that I'm culturally appropriating because I'm using this? Is somebody going to think I'm doing this because I'm doing that? And so all of a sudden, something that was very normal and very easy for me to do has become so damn complicated, I'm afraid to put my foot in it, quite frankly. That's what it's come down to when I started thinking about this, is I'm afraid to even get involved because it is such a hot topic, and I don't want to say anything to misrepresent myself or to piss anybody off. So I don't participate. It's one of those things where it's like I go about my business, and you are, if you're nice to me, I'm nice to you. And that's pretty much how it goes. I don't know if that ramble made any sense, or if it did. Let me know what you think, because, yeah, it's a problem. Okay, and then day 31. What are your favorite tarot apps? Do you work with them? On what platform? Smartphone, tablet, etc.? From Shauna. I do not use tarot apps because I don't feel any connection. Uh, I don't feel any connection with the cards in that manner. So tarot apps just don't work for me at all. So yeah, so that's it. There are my last days 27 through 31 of Ethany's 31 Days of Tarot. Leave me comments. Let me know what you're thinking about what I had to say, and I look forward to seeing everybody else's last week of videos. And much love, and I'll see you next time.